Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Kindred Kitchen. My name is Pam, and V is behind the camera today.
Hello, hello.
And we are going to be making our last soup in our 7 soup series, the last one. So if you missed any of them, go back.
Yes.
All this past week, we did 1 soup every day, and there are lots of great soups.
And they're all delicious.
But today we are making a creamy broccoli soup with no cream. So before we get started, go over and hit that subscribe button if you're liking all these soups. And now let me show you what's going in the soup. Okay, this is a quick soup for me and my family. You know, if I need something really quick, I have frozen broccoli, frozen cauliflower in the freezer all the time. But this also is a 3-pound bag of just broccoli florets, just cut up broccoli. And for those of you that say that this is just too expensive to eat this way, this is how you can save money. Catch the frozen store brand vegetables when they're on sale, stick them in your freezer, you've got them. You know, when you're in a time crunch, it's handy. I have some thyme here, and I cut up what I had on hand, but if you don't have fresh thyme, just go ahead and use a teaspoon of dry thyme, which you can get that anywhere. I've got 6, these were small to medium sized potatoes that I've got cut up. I left the skins on. You can see these skins are pretty thin, so if you have those really thick skins, you might want to take those off. I have 3 celery spears. I got 2 zucchini, salt, pepper, 1 onion chopped up. I have a can of garbanzos that have been strained and rinsed. And I have a can of great northern beans that have been strained and rinsed, but you could also use navy beans or cannellini beans, whatever bean you like that's a white bean. I have our poultry seasoning, our Chicks Mix. I've got nutritional yeast. I have 2 quarts of my vegetable broth, and I will link that down below. And let's get started. And don't worry about writing down everything, all these ingredients, because they will be in the description box down below. First, I want to air fry the garbanzo beans. And if you do not have an air fryer, you can roast these in the oven as well. I'm just going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on here.
Now, tell me why you're doing the crispy chickpeas.
Because I think it's great to add on top. The soup is all blended. When we cook everything else, it's going to be blended up, so it'll be a creamy broccoli type soup. And I just think it adds a little texture, a little flavor, plus this soup is very vegetable heavy, so you have to make sure you get in your non-starchy veg as well. You know,
starchy?
Yeah,
starchy,
we got our broccoli, we got zucchini, we got celery, we got onions, so you got to balance it out. So potatoes, great northern beans, and then these on top will help balance out the starchies with the non-starchies, so you're good all around. All right, so I'm going to put these into air fry. It'll take just 15 minutes, or roast them in the oven for 20 minutes to a half an hour. I'll put it on high to start, and then we'll see what's going. Now I'm going to take everything over to the stove, because we use the Ninja so much in cooking these soups that we have this past week, that I thought I would do this one as another one to do on the stovetop. All right, so first I have the pot has been heating up, and I'm going to add my frozen broccoli.
Kind of looks like Santa's sack.
Yeah, it is a large thing of broccoli, but this will feed my family and then some. I will have some left. And as the broccoli thaws, you know, I mean, it's going to be a lot less in here. So
yeah,
I'm going to add my vegetables to the pot. I don't want to overflow. Taking it slow.
It'll take a few minutes. As soon as
let me put in some broth. And we'll get that heating up. It's all starting to thaw a little bit here. I'm going to add my cannellini beans. And I am not worried about what cooks faster for this, because we're going to blend it all up. So you want everything nice and mushy in the end. My 2 zucchini. And I think we pay more attention to our non-starchy vegetables, you know, to
Yeah.
make sure we get our non-starchy vegetables. That sometimes we forget that you do need that balance because your starches are what's going to give you the energy for the day.
Right.
You know, so you cannot forget that you need those as well.
So, coming to the broccoli soup and your without the cream.
Yeah.
Expand on that a little bit.
The potatoes and the beans in here, when you blend this soup up, are going to give it a nice creamy texture. And the potatoes will also help to thicken the soup. You know, thicken it just a little bit.
Right.
And then I'm going to add the nutritional yeast to give it that little bit of a creamy flavor. And that will help because we're not using the plant milks in this. We're not using any vegan cheese or, you know, any of that. So that is how we're going to do it. Yep. I am going to bring this up to a boil, and I'm going to put a lid on and take it back to a simmer, and I'm going to let it simmer for about 15 minutes. Then I will add my seasonings and let it cook some more, and then I'll show you. So we'll be back. All right, so you can see that it has cooked down quite a bit, but it's not soft enough. My potatoes are not done yet. This has been about 10 minutes cooking. But I am going to add my seasonings since it's down there. Hang on, I lost, here it is.
There it is.
I am going to add a rounded teaspoon of poultry seasoning. Or
tablespoon?
Yes, tablespoon. Did I say teaspoon?
Yeah.
A rounded tablespoon of the poultry seasoning, and I will put a link down below for our seasoning if you want to make your own. I'm going to add in the thyme here.
The thyme is of essence.
Now that I've got the thyme. And I'm going to add a rounded teaspoon of salt. And about a half a teaspoon of pepper. Then I'm going to give it a quick stir. I'm going to cover it back up and let it cook some more. And then we will come back at the end. I will add the nutritional yeast. And I'm going to add in a lemon. Just the juice of one lemon. I just think that it'll brighten it up. It gives it a little bit of flavor. You could use a lime if you wanted as well. I mean, either one would work. But I'm going to let this cook some more, and we will be back. Okay, you can see that these are nice and getting mushy, and the potatoes are nice and mushy. I can tell that when I blend this up, there's not enough liquid. So I'm going to add some more broth, which is about 1.5 quarts of broth in here, maybe a little bit more, about 1.5 quarts. And I'm going to add the nutritional yeast. I'm going to add 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. And then I'm going to squeeze in the juice of one lemon. This is a big fat lemon. I think the lemon just, you know, gives it a little oomph at the end. Or a lime would do the same thing. Either one.
Yeah. Some citrus kind of, and since it's I want to do that in camera. Cream.
A cream soup. Yeah. And I am going to use the immersion blender to blend this all up, but it's going to be noisy, so I will probably cut this out. Okay, so this is all blended up now. Can you see how creamy it looks?
I gotta do the air quotes.
How creamy it looks. I told you we would get it to look creamy without adding the cream. The potatoes and the beans in here just thicken it up and make it nice and creamy. I did use the full 2 quarts of vegetable broth, just so you know, 2 quarts. Because this is a big pot of soup. This would I could probably feed my family and then freeze it and have it again for my family another night. If I wanted to.
Perfect.
Or what I do is keep it in the refrigerator for lunches and stuff like that. These are our garbanzo beans, just to add a little bit of crunch on top. And some extra starch in there. And there you have it. Doesn't it look fabulous? Now, you know, V and I, we eat what we cook. So we are going to go eat this soup right now. And we hope you guys give it a try. And let us know down below in the comments section how you like it. And if you do a broccoli soup, a creamy broccoli soup a different way, let us know. This is whole food plant-based. This is great for 50-50. If you're trying to lose weight, you need those starches and the non-starchy. So this is perfect all in one bowl. Make sure you go over to kindredvegans.com and sign up for your newsletter. We have lots of tips and tricks and recipes that we put out monthly in our newsletter with lots of different videos and ideas there. So you'll want to sign up for that. And we will catch you again next week. Bye for now.